This Range Rover Sport has just been sold by Approved Showroom and now it's with us in Approved Detailing for full PPF. We're going to tell you we don't remove any badges or panels, so then why have we on this car? Keep watching to find out.
Make it timeless, never let it fade. Make it timeless.
Hi, my name is Abby. I'm the brand director here at Approved Automotive. We're going to speak about this Range Rover Sport, what we're doing and why we've removed the badges and panels. As we say, this car was sold in Approved Showroom and now it's here in Approved Detailing before the client takes delivery, and we're going to talk about what's going on today. Let's check it out. So, yesterday you saw the car being polished and I said to you, why are we removing some of the parts of the car when we don't usually do it with PPF? Well, hopefully now you get a clue because the guys are working super hard overtime because we are during Ramadan here in the UAE. At the moment it's very different hours, we do split shifts and all of that, and the guys have worked overnight to do a lot of the car. So now you can get an idea why we're removing some of the parts. See, the door handles are off, the panels on the bonnet up here are off. And that is because we are putting satin PPF. Actually, this car is not going fully satin. The roof is staying glossy, and then basically from here downwards is gonna be a satin finish. But it gives you an idea because basically when we usually don't remove any badges or panels, of course there's gotta be a seam. So for example, on a door, there's gonna be a seam here because imagine the door handle is normally here and the seam would go underneath. However, in this scenario with the car being satin, we do offer the client the choice if they want to remove the parts. It's not the end of the world, it's not everybody's choice, but it's a personal choice. And in this scenario, if this was my car, I'd be choosing the same, especially when you see the bonnet vents on here, which you're gonna see later. These are very fresh, so don't mind it's a little bit messy, but imagine the panel that goes on top here is gonna go here. If you didn't remove that, then you would have to end the PPF around here, and then you would see the seam and a little bit of gloss original paint underneath there. So if we can get full coverage, then it's perfect in this scenario. Another thing with the Range Rover, where you have the front badges and the back badges, they're also removed, and actually if this car was going gloss or it was going satin, I would actually be suggesting to remove the badges and put them back on top regardless. Why? Let's go and have a look at the templates. So welcome to our design room where you guys know we're only using XPEL Ultimate Plus, which is the glossy version of the paint protection film, and what you can see being installed on the Range Rover XPEL Stealth, which is the satin version. I'm going to show you our door to Narnia here because you're going to see we are only using XPEL when it comes to the glossy and satin paint protection film. We use a couple of other brands when it comes to coloured paint protection film, but for PPF only, trust us, we're only using XPEL. We're the UAE's largest XPEL installation in the UAE. Sorry, I'm waffling there. But let's go back to the Range Rover. So if you zoom in, please, Wendell, talking about the badges. So actually, there's always templates pretty much when you come to cutouts for badges. And if your client does not want the badges removed, then no problem, we're not going to remove the badges, we can go around it like that. However, there's two scenarios, especially with Range Rover. One is that the Range Rover letters are quite big. So quite big is good because they're actually quite sturdy, meaning easy to remove, not much chance of breaking as long as you do it professionally. However, there is a chance that in the long run, you're going to get a build-up of dust around the edge. So better to remove the badges, put them back on top. And even though these are templates for PPF, we can actually use these templates to place the PPF down in the first place without them, then put the badges back on top using this stencil as well, so we don't ever get it wrong. This is the direct placement. But the second thing is, with regards to this satin project, is of course if you don't remove the letters and put them back on top, then it's going to be gloss underneath around the letters, and that's going to look terrible. So of course it's a no-brainer in this scenario to remove the badges, put them back on top, but we will always ask the client to check that they're happy with that. There's a lot of shops, in all honesty, who will remove parts without permission, and then maybe there's a problem later, and then it just gets very messy. If you're transparent from the beginning, which is actually not rocket science, by the way, then you're always going to have a happy client at the end, and the car is going to be as they were expecting as well. No nasty surprises, okay? Welcome back, and you guys can get more of an idea of the finished look of the car. It's looking absolutely amazing. So we're keeping the upper parts glossy and the lower parts satin, and you can see all of the vents are put back in now. So as we spoke about earlier, you're going to see there's absolutely no seam there because we removed these. They just pop out effectively, and then the PPF is straight underneath. And then if you come around to the front, what we mentioned before about how the letters will be stuck on perfectly, this is actually cut from our PPF template. So if we were to do the full bonnet pre-cut and put the keep the letters there and put the PPF straight on top, you would see it would fit around perfectly. But we use this as a double purpose because actually it means we can also place the letters back on absolutely correctly as OEM, and you will not have a problem. Don't worry about them falling off or anything like that. We're using a special tape which is very sticky. It's the same tape that we would use to put the number plates on, so you're not going to be going around with an changeover or anything like that, because one thing I cannot stand is seeing letters missing on cars like this. It's so frustrating. Don't let it happen to you. Come to a reputable shop. Okay, so we're on the final project of our Range Rover Sport that was sold by Approved Showroom, and then it came to Approved Detailing for full PPF, satin on the bottom half, gloss on the top. And I think the last thing we spoke about was these letters. Now you can see they're perfectly in place, just as we promised, and they won't be coming off anytime soon, not unless we want to deliberately take them off for any reason later. But guys, the owner's going to take this car today. I hope they love it when they see it. Please remember to like, share and subscribe, and we're going to see you next time. Bye!
Timeless.